tacos. You're going to be making tacos. What we're doing this time, instead of multiplying the recipe many different times, we just did it one time. So everybody gets a taste of everything, and we don't have a lot of throwaways. Okay? But you are all adults, and I would, unless you have an allergy to something, I would like you to taste it, okay? And just see what it tastes like. And the reason we do this class is so you will see both sides. I used to just show videos in class and tell students about, well, this is the healthy life choice. And they said, well, you know, we really need to have hands-on. And so the university provides the room, and my sister provides the funds, and some other people, and then we have other people that come and help, like we had folks last night, and my family helps them. Just because we want you to be healthy, okay? And healthy, your body is totally up to you as far as your life choices, okay? The tacos, also we try to get not only plant-based food, but food as natural as it can be without a lot of preservatives and not a lot of refinements, okay? Now this, tacos, you can make them from bulgur wheat, and they will taste a lot like the real thing, but that takes a while to do. So what we did, I brought you some what they call veggie burger, which is made from grains, which would be a little easier. And those who are doing those, just look at the recipe on the back. This one here is delicious hummus. How many of you have had hummus before? Okay, this is Israeli hummus. It is just super, super good. All right, this is delicious millet. How many of you have had millet before? Now usually when we think of millet, we think of bird food. Millet is a superior grain. Millet is packed with alkaline, okay? And that helps to get our body alkaline. Millet is very, very good. All right, if everybody can see right here, I'm sorry this thing is almost on its last leg. I've used it for years. But this is called a champion juicer. Have any of you seen one before? Okay. Hey, what did you use it for?
I just saw it.
Oh, you did that. Well, these usually cost about $300. You can get them. I know a lady that bought one for $10 at a yard sale, and she said, "Dee, I don't know how to use it, but I knew it was what you had. So just Xerox your hook off." So Xerox the hook off. And I'm showing you this equipment. And a lot of students say, well, you know, we need something we can do in the door. Well, there's certain things you can do in the door. But I know you are not going to be in this door all your life, I hope. So you will see other things you can do. This is a champion juicer. The reason I am using this juicer is it's centrifugal, and it's actually going to make banana ice cream. And all we are taking, and the bananas are in the freezer, we're going to take ripe bananas. That means the starch has turned to sugar, okay? So it has little brown spots on it. And then I freeze the banana, and the bananas are in there. Then you're going to put the banana through here, push it through, and you will actually see it comes out like a Dairy Queen custard. But it has none of the bad stuff in it. It's pure bananas, and we also have strawberries. Is there anybody allergic to strawberries in here? Anybody at all? Okay, because I do not want to give strawberries if you're allergic. The bananas, if they're sweet and you put the strawberries with them, it will make them nice and sweet and delicious. It's something you can eat with a child. And diabetics can even use it because it's natural sugars. Okay? And you can use frozen blueberries, just about anything frozen in the fruit line. And this right here is avocado tofu spread. It's just avocados and tofu and olives. Tofu is a good alternative to eggs, but you don't want to overdo it. A lot of the soy you do not want to overdo. Okay? Right here is spinach dip. This is just spinach and sour cream, and we use the soy sour cream. And then you're going to make a relish plate as far as carrots and different things. And we have all the fresh stuff over there. How many of you like peanut butter cookies? Good. Okay. Now this recipe, and I'm going to put all these recipes online, so you will be able to get give me a while to do that. But anyway, well, some of them are up there. But this is carob chip peanut butter cookies. The difference between carob and chocolate has a cousin to caffeine, which is called carobrine, which is not good for the body. Okay, even though I know they say chocolate has a lot of healthy things in it, it still has carobrine in it. And they have found that women a lot of times will get lumps in the breast, and by just getting off of chocolate, those lumps will go away. But I'm showing you carob. Now carob tastes a lot like chocolate. It does not taste exactly like chocolate, but it has nothing bad in it. It's super good for you. Matter of fact, they also call it St. John's bread because they believe that John the Baptist, when it said he ate locusts, that he ate carob. Because see, carob comes from the locust tree. So a lot of people think he ate an insect, but it was really carob. Okay, and these are peanut butter cookies with carob and coconut. If you freeze these and eat them the next day, they're super delicious. But they'll stay good today. This is enzyme spaghetti. There is, if you go to YouTube, there is a video on there. It's called The Gershman Miracle. And this video tells you about these people who have changed their lifestyle and dreaded cancer, a lot of different other bad diseases have went away. Now, this is showing you how to make raw spaghetti. And you think, oh, raw spaghetti. Well, if you have any of you heard of George Malcolmus or Dr. Lorraine Day? All right, these folks had cancer and they changed their lifestyle and they went on to like raw plant-based diet and their cancer went away. And then they started incorporating to cook back into it. But this, all you do is like, we will peel a squash, a zucchini squash, and you push it in here, and it actually comes out as little ringlets, okay? And it looks kind of like spaghetti. This is a coffee grinder. How many of you have, well, how many of you know what Parmesan cheese is? All right. Instead of Parmesan cheese, you're going to make your own. If you buy this in the health food store, it is like $5 or $4 something for a little container. You can make your own. It's super simple. You just get raw white sesame seed, grind it in here, add nutritional yeast, salt, and it's your sesame Parmesan cheese. Okay. The reason I show you these is like a lot of people, the doctors, especially if you go to a naturopath, will say, well, you know, you need to eat all raw. And you think, wow, what's all raw? Do you know there are restaurants out there? Matter of fact, my daughter and I went to one when we went to a wedding over in Hawaii. And I thought, well, if I could eat like this all the time, I would live here. But the cake looked like cake, but it was raw cake made from macadamia nuts. Super delicious. Anyway, this here is scrambled tofu. It will look a lot like eggs instead of eggs. This is sausage. It's not real sausage. It's made from like textured vegetable protein. Textured vegetable protein is okay to eat occasionally, but this is more like something you would, kind of go over to more even natural things. Okay, this tastes a lot like sausage. Oh, and let me show you this little thing here. A lot of people use this to scrape and clean. This is excellent for getting your cookies up. When these cookies come out, let them sit there for just a few minutes so they'll kind of harden up, and then just scoop them out and put them out. Just to go over a couple things here. This is your tofu. For those who are doing the sushi, and then we have some natural chips. Salt. Not all salt is created equal. The regular salt we buy in the store is very, very polluted. They put a lot of fillers in it, and this is what makes your blood pressure go up a lot of times. But real salt comes from the earth, totally natural, totally good for you. You will actually see a difference. People kept telling me about it, and I thought, salt. But one day, I ran out of this salt, and I was using the salt shaker that had another salt in it, and I thought, it's just not salty at all. You will see a big difference because this is pure salt. Okay, we have vanilla here, soy sour cream. You can make your own margarine or butter spread. This is not real butter. This one, the reason I like it better than the others, it does not have canola oil. And you know they say, oh, canola oil is healthy. Roaches are very high in protein, but how many of us are going to eat a roach? We're not. Just because it has certain good things in it doesn't mean it doesn't have a lot of bad things. Canola oil is so bad that when they did independent studies, that it killed every one of the animals. But it put them blind first. Canola oil, if you do the studies on it, and I've got it on my website, you will see that canola oil is not good for us at all. Okay? And this does not have canola oil. This is Vegenaise instead of mayonnaise. It doesn't have eggs in it. When I make mine, I usually just put lemon in it. Now this has apple cider vinegar, and I know some people say it's real great. If you're going to use a vinegar, that's the only kind you should use. But it's better to use lemon juice instead of vinegar. Now what we're going to do is, you need olive oil. The olive oil's here. As far as oils, the two oils I use the most, I use olive oil. The reason being, when I was like 25, I came down with crippling arthritis, and I had it so bad, I was heading for a wheelchair real quick. And I asked the doctor, I said, what can I do? He says, oh, there's nothing you can do except take aspirins and bear the pain. And I thought, forget this. No. And so I prayed and I begged God. I said, God, just tell me what I can do. I'll do it. And see, this is one reason I do this class too, because I want you to know a better way. Well, I tried everything. And friends shared this and shared that. And I found what to do. And one of them was use olive oil. And olive oil, and it's on my website if you want to know what to do about it. Okay? But my arthritis totally went away. But it was so bad that I would sit and cry. You know. And I had other people I shared the same thing with, and their arthritis went away. Okay, how many of you know what quinoa is? Okay, this is one of those old type of grains. Matter of fact, they actually, did you know down in South America, when the conquistadors, is that what they were called, went down there, the Spanish, that they actually banned this because these people were eating it, and it does give you a lot of strength. And this is couscous. You can use this instead of potatoes sometimes. All right, you all know your vegetables, right? Parsley. If you go out to eat, let's say you have a hamburger, the most nutritious part of that hamburger is the parsley on top of it. Throw everything away and eat your parsley, and you will have more nutrients than anything. But most people are not going to do that. This is spaghetti squash. How many of you have ever had spaghetti squash? Okay, you know you bake it, and then it just shreds out, just like spaghetti. Onions. What are Hippocrates, which is he's considered the father of medicine. He said, make your food your medicine your food. What are onions good for you, other than bad breath? They're a good sedative. They help you to sleep. All right? They help build the immune system. And broccoli, we know what broccoli is. Carrots. What do we usually say carrots are good for? Eyesight. Yes, they're full of beta-carotene. Matter of fact, if you get to watch the Gershwin Miracle, you will see that one big thing they did, and you're going to get to taste this today, they would juice 13 times a day. They would have an 8-ounce glass of carrots and apple juice mixed together. All right? And you say apple juice, well, what's apples got in it? Apples actually has what they call vitamin B17. How many of you know what vitamin B17 is? Anybody? Vitamin B17 is called Laetrile. And what Laetrile does, it goes in there, encapsulates the cancer, and takes it out. Matter of fact, you can look on YouTube, type in vitamin B17, and you're going to be amazed. They have known about this for a very, very long time. Okay, but there's 8 laws of health: fresh air, exercise, sunshine, they all go together. But I want to show you this right here. How many of you know what cilantro is? Okay. It has such a good smell. I'm going to pass this around. If you will just take a whiff of it and pass it around for me. Cilantro, superfood. Why is it a superfood? Cilantro will actually take the heavy metals out of your body. If you're having problems with mercury in your fillings, it actually helps to pull the toxins out. Okay? So put a little bit of cilantro in your salad. It's really, really good for you. How many of you know what this is? Kale. Kale. Now this is considered the superfood for athletes. The Kenya boys who do all the running, a lot of kale. You can look online, kale, 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 because kale is like full of micronutrients. Super, super good food. Avocado, a lot of people say, well, I don't eat avocados, they make me fat. Do you know it takes fat to take fat out of us? I know a lady that was in a car wreck. Her face was all messed up, and she was in so much pain all the time. But she noticed if she ate avocados in a plant-based diet, the pain totally went away. Make your food your medicine, your medicine your food. Asparagus. Asparagus is something we should eat at least once a week. It really helps the kidneys. Matter of fact, right after you eat asparagus, you're going to notice your urine smells like the asparagus because it actually helps clean it. Garlic. Garlic is considered a natural antibiotic. When my son was very young, he got in our swimming pool, and he came out, and we were working on the house. He stepped on a nail, and then he gets back in there. Well, lo and behold, the next day he gets up, he's got this streak running up his leg, and guess what that was? Blood poison. And so I took him to the doctor, and I asked the doctor about it. He says, oh, well, we need to give him a tetanus shot. I said, no, he's had a tetanus shot because he had stepped on a nail before, but he never got back in. When you're building houses and you have like a 9-year-old, it's like, but anyway, to make it short, what happens? The doctor said, well, we'll just give him another tetanus shot. I said, no, we really don't need to. But against my will, he gives him another tetanus shot. He says, well, he'll be okay. But I asked him, I said, wait a minute, doctor. I said, how about this streak going up his leg? Well, I said, well, is that not blood poisoning? And I knew it was because I had attended a class that, told you all about this. And he said, well, they used to call it that. And I thought, well, they still do. This was the last time I went to that doctor. Anyway, by them giving him the tetanus shot, he became sicker than ever. For 3 days, his temperature was like 104. It would not go down. And I called a friend of mine who's a naturopath, and I said, my son is dying. And if you have children or if you're sick, usually it's 3 days. You're going to get up or you're going to get worse. And you want to get them better within 3 days. So I asked him, I said, what can I do? I said, he's going, everything I'm doing, nothing's helping. He said, juice. So I had this book, it says Plants and Health. I looked in there what to do. They said juice garlic, carrots, and cabbage. I juiced those 3 things together. I gave them to my son. Within a half hour of him ingesting them, his temperature went down and he was fine. I mean, make your food your medicine your food. And if you read, garlic is natural. Drugs are not natural, folks, and I'm not saying never to take a drug, because if you are out there and you get hit by a Mack truck, they better give you something before they operate on you, or you'll go into shock and you'll die. But for a common headache and different things like this, there's natural things we can do. Pineapple, I want to show you, before you go, how to, do all of you know how to cut a pineapple? Well, I'm going to show you how to do it before we leave. Okay, lemon. Lemon are considered the very food. You know the people who get all this acid indigestion? If you take a lemon, squeeze the juice out, put it in a glass of distilled water, drink it, it will neutralize the acid, okay, which is a natural way of doing it. Let's see. Oranges, those who are doing the beverages, you're going to be making some fresh squeezed orange juice. if you want to wake up and really get going in the morning, instead of drinking coffee, which is going to bring you up to take you down, then orange juice, fresh squeezed orange juice. The big difference between regular orange juice and fresh squeezed orange juice, fresh squeezed orange juice has enzymes. Enzymes is what you need to absorb all the nutrients, okay? My husband got me onto this. If you drink water, like when you first get up, a good tall glass of water, wait a little bit and drink your orange juice. You are going to have so much energy, and I guarantee within a half hour you will eat breakfast because you're so hungry, because it really wakes you up. Now the regular orange juice you buy in the store, the problem with that, they cook it. Anytime we cook food, we kill the enzymes. We are all born with so many enzymes in our tummy. But if we eat cooked food all the time, we use them up. That's why we've got to eat raw too. Okay, and it's best to eat the raw food first, then eat the cooked food, because you will put the enzymes in your stomach first. How many of you know what this is?
Ginger.
Ginger. Ginger, they have found there is nothing on earth that can settle your stomach like ginger. Like if you're on a cruise or something like this and you're seasick, ginger will do it. And they have dried ginger too. There's different type of herb teas here, and there's honey. Now, the reason I use honey or natural cane juice is because it's not refined. And anytime we have refined foods, it depletes your body. Honey, they have proven, like if a person has a real, like a third-degree burn, you can look it on the internet. They have a third-degree burn, then what you can do is take raw honey, put it on there, and the skin actually grows back. And that sounds unbelievable, but it's got to be raw honey. It cannot be cooked. But raw honey has so many nutrients in it. I hope we never have to try that. I have not tried that. But anyway, so honey is like down in Birmingham, a lot of the doctors who have patients who have arthritis, they will put their clients on honey instead of sugar because honey lubricates the joints, okay? All right, just a couple more things here. We're going to have boiled peanuts today, and we're using a pressure cooker for them. It's easier to do these in a crock pot. Now these are raw shelled peanuts, okay? And you don't have to add oil to them because they have their own oil. We have rice. This is whole grain rice. Chefs will tell you the easiest and quickest way to cook rice is put your rice in the pot and then, go ahead and rinse it, and then put 2 inches of water above it. Now by putting 2 inches of water above it, you will have just the right amount to get it the way you want it. Okay, this is bulgur chili. Now bulgur, like I say, is cracked wheat. We're going to be doing that. This is delicious lentil soup, packed with nutrients. This is no cheese spread, and we're going to be making cheese sandwiches with it. And what it's made from is like pimentos, cashews, and the cashews, folks, and I did not know this until I started cooking natural years ago. The cashews are raw cashews, okay? But they're not totally raw. Have any of you ever cracked a cashew? No. Why? Because cashews are different than any other nut. Cashews actually grow on the bottom of a fruit. You can look it up online. They grow on the bottom of a fruit, okay? The fruit itself is very poison, but the cashews are not. Now these are, we're going to be making cashew gravy here, and we're going to be making roll-ups. Now this is Ezekiel bread. How many of you have heard of Ezekiel bread? Well, I know the lady who owns, she started this in her little kitchen. But anyway, Ezekiel bread, the recipe is in the scripture. So, you can't go wrong with that. Oh, let's see, we're almost done here. Over here we have healthy granola bars. Folks, granola bars are so expensive and they're so easy to make. This is guacamole. Guacamole is easy to make. Macaroni and cheese, but it's no cheese, of course. And this is Elvion's broccoli soup. The secret to this is you go ahead and cook the whole soup, and then after it's cooked, just put the broccoli in at the end, okay? And turn the heat off, and it will steam it, and it won't be overcooked. All right, pizza patties. A lot of people say, well, I'm having a problem. I really want to eat this way, but it's hard. And folks, it is. I mean, years ago, it took me a whole year to become a vegetarian because I had my big Mac attacks. You know what I mean? I was like, but once I changed, I couldn't go back because I tried once and I was so sick I thought I was going to die. But my children and my husband's up here, he's like 6'4". My children and husband, my children have always been vegan. And we did not know, because we had never had children before, we did not know how animals reacted to them. But people would say, your children have a relationship to animals that I have never seen. Because the animals weren't scared of them. They could break a horse in no time as far as riding it. But it was, and all I could figure out, they couldn't smell blood. You know what I mean? I don't understand. But anyway, this here is healthy almond sodas. These are so easy to make. You just take your cashew butter and mix all these together, make them in a bowl, and they're delicious. They are delicious. They will taste like some of the finest candies out of New York. Okay, any questions, comments? Okay, did everybody sign up? I have a lot of empty space.
Oh, I have that.
Okay, all right, I need to go ahead and get started. The vegetables are over there. What we have to do, folks, we have to share the blenders. So once you're done with the blender, rinse it and put it back over there, please. So just look around. Okay, and you ladies and gentlemen?
Boiled peanuts and the rice.
Okay, do you see where, show them where the boiled peanuts are?
Boiled peanuts are in that white bowl, and the brown rice is right next to it in
Yeah,
that pot.
and that's rice melody. It's a mixture of brown rice and wild rice. Okay.
We made the chili, me and Aaron. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Made the pizza patties here. They look kind of like granola cookies. But they're really good. You can use them instead of patties in a hamburger. And a couple of us pitched in on the broccoli soup. It says it's Jason Aldean broccoli soup. It's got a lot of potatoes in it, so it's good.
It's really good, yeah. And the pizza pecan burgers, you can use those like in a hamburger, or you can put cashew gravy on them, okay? So cut those so you'll be able, everybody will get some, okay?
I made tabbouleh. I don't know what's this, but I made it from wheat and red and green pepper and olive oil, onion, garlic. That's it.
It looks pretty.
I don't know what it is.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't know what it is either.
We made spinach dip, it's spinach and tofu sour cream or some kind of.
No. Soy cream.
Soy cream and chopped up vegetables.
Okay. And
We made fresh squeezed orange juice, fresh juiced apples with lemon, and then ginger fruit, and then apples and lemons without the ginger fruit.
and they did just, everybody has done an excellent job. You guys did super on that juicy. Okay.
We made the cookies and the enzyme spaghetti with the non-Parmesan cheese.
And the enzyme spaghetti is right down here, and they did everybody did excellent.
We made the spinach rolls with the cashew gravy.
Okay, and they're right here. All right, excellent.
We made the tacos and they're already gone.
Yep, that would be
And folks, you ate no meat today. You ate nothing secondhand, and it was good, wasn't it? You know, and believe it or not, you are far ahead of a lot of people. Do you know being vegan now, when I started being vegan centuries ago, it was not the end thing, but it's the end thing now. And if you are vegan, it's like, whoa, that's great. I wish I could be one. Okay, who was next?
We had the banana and strawberry ice cream, and then the stuff on the end with the avocado and the olives and the tofu. It's good.
Maybe I should have, hey, put a little lemon in it because the avocado started turning brown, which makes it look different. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
I made the hummus.
There you go, Glenn.
That's
You did
amazing.
Love it.
Very
The best.
Made the macaroni no cheese. It's got a pimento sauce in it.
Okay. All right.
This is lentil soup, which has amazing more than like 12, 15 ingredients, carrots and spinach and potato, carrots, onion, broccoli.
And it should have had a can of tomatoes, but I
It has
gave
tomatoes,
evidently the
yes.
chili the tomatoes, all the tomatoes.
Yeah.
And I forgot to bring them the tomatoes.
Yeah, and but you got celery and broccoli.
Celery. Okay, does anybody have any comments, any questions?
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
She got her plate.
Can we get to eat?
Those who have been videoing, if you'll do me a big favor and send me a copy of these videos, I'll give you extra points.
Oh my God, no. $10.
And, for
He said
those
$10.
who won, now because this is a school function, I cannot
That's
ask
fine.
you
That's
to.
fine.
But if you guys would like to thank the one who really made all this possible, who gave us this good food straight from the Garden of Eden. Does anybody like to pray? Would you like to lead us?
Everybody bow their heads, please. No more hands.
No, ma'am.
We're not embracing each other. Okay.
Just practice, guys.
Dear Lord, we thank you for this morning, for this day where all of us can come together and enjoy one another's presence. Bless the food, bless everybody that helped prepare the food, and let it be a nourishment to our bodies. In your name, amen.
All Get
everybody balanced.
Oh, I will.
I was like, I haven't tried it yet.
I'm so.